I'm in the house of Miyake Mugler. I'm known for Butch Queen Vogue Femme. I'm legendary at it. I've been doing it for quite a long time. Well, my most favorite achievement is when I was on Vogue Evolution, America's Best Dance Crew, with Deshaun Wesley, Pony, Malikai, and Leiomy. Okie dokie, the 5 elements of Vogue. All right, we have hand performance, telling a story, all that stuff, all that stuff, tell the story, da-da-da-da. Hand performance, they tell the story. Do not just do this. No, all that stuff. You're not telling a story. You want to try to tell a story as much as possible. Hand performance is like mime. You're a mime. It's like almost like sign language, but it would be dope if you actually could speak, you know. But you have to tell a story in some way, some form, something, be symmetrical, be even. I don't like teaching hand performance, quick note, because it's hard to teach a person how to tell a story. It's like if I teach you this story, all you're just doing is copying it, You don't want to copy the story. You want to make it your own. Like, all right, so yeah, I read that story before. Give me another book. Like, oh no, I don't know how to read. So if you don't know, like literally, let's just say, if you don't know hand performance, take it like you do not know how to read. Let's just say. Then we have cat walk. Cat walk. The word walk is inside of it. Literally crossing your legs. Every time you cross your legs, the front leg that's in the front, that's the hip that will be pushed out. So catwalk is like getting from point A to point B. It's like literally what we do, literally 95, almost 85% of your performance when you Vogue. Because you need to get somewhere, right? Yeah. So in order to get there, you need a catwalk. Walk your ass over there, but the catwalking way and the voguing way. Oh, hi, little birdie. The next one we have is duck walk. Duck walk. Just like a duck, small like a duck. You are leveled like a duck. You're underground. You're walking as well, but it's a little bit more painful, more strenuous on the knees and more strenuous on the legs as hell. It's the least favorite element. Nobody really likes this element because you have to endure a lot of pain. And it takes a lot of practice. There's 2 different styles of doing duck walks, I like to think. There's the bouncing one, which is the one that everybody used to do, typical one. And there's the walking one. It's kind of a more smooth, more flow, one level. And you get to breathe a little bit more. Next element. Talk one spin step. Spins. I don't really like to think of it like an element, but it is part of an element. So yeah, it just spins. Whichever spin you have, whichever spin you could do, just spin your ass away. Just do not fall. And don't bust your ass. Now, what we usually do in voguing, we spin into a dip. There's a way of doing the spin dip. So if you want to learn how to do a spin dip, please do your research because there is a wrong way to do a spin dip. And if you do it, it'll be acknowledged because it look ugly and you probably will get chopped for it. Well, I know I would chop you. But yeah, spin dips. Let's just literally apart like a spin and then a dip. Dip is literally the period of your performance. So let's just say you're telling a story, and going down the street, pick something up, Oh, I feel so great. Let me go down, let me go here and dip, period. That was the finish, that was the period of my sentence. I don't know how that makes sense, but when you are performing, you are telling your story. You don't want to have like run-on sentences. Nope. You don't want to be like, I'm gonna go here, and then from here I went there, and then from there I went here, and then from there I went there, and then I came back over here, and then I went over here. It's like you want to have I went to the store and then from there I saw somebody, period. Then you want to do da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, then another element, da-da-da-da-da, and then period. You know, you don't want to dip all the time, you know? That's a no-no as well. So you want to be able to tell your story calmly, clearly, and where people can understand it. And you want to lure people into your story, which is your performance. You don't want to like lure them in and then take them out. No. When you see them and you're luring them in, I think you should dip on point, on the beat. So yeah, I think that's the 5 elements. Oh, and then there's a plus one.
The hair?
No, that's 2 then. We have floor performance. 85% of the time when people dip, most of the time they're gonna open their legs and start doing floor performance. And then as you're doing that, you are using your hair. You could use your hair on the floor, doing floor performance. You could use it doing duck walk. You could use it using catwalks, hand performance, whatever. But if you have hair, use your hair. It is a part of your body, so it looks stupid when you don't know how to use it, because you should know how to use it. Some people, when they get their hair, they're just flipping it, and that's all you need is that flip, on point, on time, and yeah, so I think there are not only 5 elements, there are 6, 7, probably even 8. But the 8s are like 7 and 8 are more personal. 6 and 7 and 8, that's floor, that's hair. Oh, that's it. It's actually 7. So yeah, those are more personal. They're like the extras, like the extra credit, in homework. So if you incorporate that as well, I think your performance will come and a little bit more tighter.
These 5 elements, you want to incorporate them all into a single performance.
Yeah, technically you do want to incorporate them all. Like, if you don't, it's like you're gonna be half-assed. You do your homework and you don't finish it and you just still give it in. That's not the full report that I asked for. So, yeah, when you do come up for your 10s, you wanna present yourself first. Ooh, with nice little hands. That's how I like to think of it. You come out, you present yourself with some hands, ba-ba-bang. Once the beat drops, the tempo starts dropping, you catwalk, right? Once you catwalk, you prepare for a spin dip, or you prepare for a duck walk. And if you do a spin dip, the next thing you do is floor performance, right? A little bit of floor performance, maybe for like 10 seconds. Then you come up, get ready to do probably a duck walk, since you're ready on the ground. From the duck walk, if you want, you could rise up and start catwalking and just doing everything all over again the same way, or you could just start mixing them. Yeah, but hair performance is literally everywhere when you're moving. Duck walk, you could choose to do it, but it is it's a requirement in a way because you want all 5 elements. When you come out to walk your Vogue Femme, you don't want to come out with just 3 elements, and just try to pass through. Or you just don't want to come out with 4 elements and you have 1 element that's kind of like rusty. To the people who want to learn now, I think you should come out prepared with all elements. And you should come out prepared with your style of Vogue already. You should come out prepared with confidence. Because literally without confidence, your Vogue will look just like Vogue. Literally. I think when people hit the floor, some people are nervous, but it boosts up your confidence. Especially when you win, especially when you accomplish something that you probably thought you couldn't do. And yeah, trust me, you gain respect. So when you do all your elements, you are, you will get acknowledged, You should get acknowledged, especially if you perfected it. Yeah, so make sure when you come out prepared, come out with thick skin, and come out at least, please, do all the elements. If you was to get chopped, it would let you know probably more why you got chopped, because if you had like maybe 2 elements that you didn't do or you don't like to do, let's just say you didn't come prepared and you just got chopped. you could blame, well, you're gonna have to blame it on your elements that you didn't do it, you know? Compared to like if you had all your elements and you just got chopped, all you just have to do is perfect your performance. You know, you don't have to perfect the element. You just have to perfect your performance. But if you come out half-assed, you know, only with 3 elements and you get chopped, maybe it's because you didn't do the other elements, you know? You can't blame it on your performance now because you didn't do all the elements, so you don't know what the hell it is, so go practice some more.
Okay, so can you tell us about the 2 different styles of Vogue Femme?
Okay, the 2 different styles of Vogue Femme are soft and cut and dramatic. I'm soft and cut. I like to be soft and be cut, and the other one is dramatic. Very, very dramatic, very big. Let's just say dramatic is when you do a dip from up here and you just drop with an impact just down. Once you do that, you're dramatic.
Then how would a soft and cunt dip be?
Soft and cunt. The soft and cunt dips will be like you are taking your time, period. You descend down slowly, you come down slowly, like you're screwing yourself. You don't just like drop it thinking, and it doesn't go like, you know, real fast. You literally like, taking it down.
So banji cunt and dainty cunt, so can you tell us about those 2?
Good question. I won't consider dainty, banji, and pussy like a style. I consider it a feeling. Why? Because when people see you Vogue and they describe you as this banji cunt, that's because of how you're voguing. But to me, that's all in a feeling. Well, let's just say banji cunt is it's more playful. Dainty cunt is more petite, more little. And pussy cunt is more sexy, more sensual. Banji cunt, back in the days, banji used to be like, back in the days, it used to be like, you know, you from the hood, you know, type thing, you know, you dress from the hood, and yes, you dress banji, you know, kind of like, what we call it, trade. You dressing like from the hood, like one of the bad boys, banji. And then like, you have a slight twist to it. Your twist like, and that's your cunt. So you be banji, but you be like, cunt, like, what's up, what? You wanna fight, like all this stuff? Yeah. So, you'll be the ones that, you know, the one with no hair on their tongues that they be ready to fight, like banji. So, yeah, I guess that's the word definition for banji. And if you do it in voguing, I guess back in the days, if you looked like you was from the hood, or if you looked like you was dressed down with baggy clothes or tight pants with like just say a fitted, you know, you be banji cunt, you know. Yeah, and then you have dainty cunt. It's really little, petite. Dainty cunt doesn't have no dress thingy, you know, it's literally a feeling, like I said. All of them are feelings. Dainty cunt is very little, very petite. It's like you don't want, like you're glass and you don't want to break yourself. Like you're made out of porcelain, you know, like, yeah. So you just want to take your time. Little, like, there's a whole bunch of insects around you. And you're like, ooh, get away.
Like penis.
When I used to do my research back in the days, the person that I used to look for daintiness, that little petite, like I'm fragile, don't break me type Vogue, I used to like a charisma. Skinny, petite, you know? And when she Vogues, it's really little. It's really like tiny. It looks like she's doing something, but it looks like she doesn't want to break something. And then you have the pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy is like, it's like Alyssa. It's like literally being very sensual, very pussy, sexy. And then you have the sexy Vogue. Sexy Vogue is like pussy, but sexy is more like Sanaya.
Sexy.
Yeah, sexy like Sanaya and pussy like Alyssa. So it's like they always used to make them battle because they're both the same, almost the same flavor, but one is pussy sexy, and one is sexy pussy. So it used to be literally the battle that everybody would want to see. Especially this one battle that I always used to watch and practice too. You see their psyche, the way they thought, they were on the same frequency. Meaning, let's just say one doing this and the other one's doing the same thing, right? Then they walked up to each other and they both did the same thing. They both turned around and they both gave each other their asses. Like, eat my ass. Like, at the same time. Now, for you to do that when you're battling somebody, it's kind of epic, you know? One, you're making everybody like, oh, that looks so dope. And then on the same time, it's like you're on the same mindset with the person you're battling without even trying.
So if it's a feeling, then you could incorporate that feeling into dramatics or soft and kind, it doesn't really matter?
To be honest, yeah. There are dramatics who can be banji. You know, yeah. There are dramatics who actually, I don't think, but probably they could be pussy. The only person that I think that does dramatic that looks sexy and that she has perfected, and I'm very proud of her, is Leiomy. Leiomy has a style of soft and cut and dramatic in one. It's like it's really hard to describe her style because I'm happy she made it her own. So yeah, if you want literally to get a real good clarification of like both in one, of course it's Leiomy. Soft and cut is like me. You don't see me switch up. Before when I tried to find my Vogue, I used to dabble like, oh, maybe I should do dramatic, and it did not work. It looked ugly because they said your voguing, your body language looks soft and cut, but when you dip, it doesn't even look dramatic. It looks like you're trying to dip dramatic. So I guess I was too feminine to do dramatic. There's people like that, so do not worry if that's you. Maybe you're just soft and cut. So yeah.
So is there anything else you would like to tell your audience?
Please, you guys, practice, practice, practice. Do your research. The legends that you see now, like I said before, we learn from doing research. We learn from people that you probably do not see walking balls anymore. Vogue styles came from the people that you don't see walking balls anymore. You barely see them at balls. So please do your homework. Practice, practice, practice. Do your research, take your time. I suggest you to Vogue soft and cut. It's the safest. Don't say nothing. But if you Vogue dramatic, practice a lot more, you know. Be conscious of concrete, hard floors if you're dramatic, because you know you could really hurt yourself. Stretch, please stretch. You don't want to end up like me. I have knee problems from voguing, so please stretch, stretch, stretch. Literally, if you are flexible, use it in your voguing, you guys. Like, please, be yourself, be unique, be loving, be different. You will try to pop out from everybody else's Vogue, you know. Try to make up signature moves that nobody else would do but you. Do things that only you can do so other people can do it. So you could become that trendsetter, you know, so they could look up to you. Do not be a sore loser, especially in ballroom. You win some, you lose some. Just keep on literally studying from the VHS videos on YouTube. Stop falling out your dips. If you fall out your dips, that's not a dip. Try to be clean as much as possible. Clean, clean, precise, be even. The beat changes every 4 to 8 counts. So every time the beat changes, there's a new element. Just practice, 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 practice.